Let's face it, unless you decide to legally change your name or you're a celeb and create a dope stage name, you're stuck with your birth name for the rest of your life. Now, some people have simple names like Sam Smith, Chris Pratt, or Jennifer Lawrence. Other people have names that aren't so easy to pronounce, like mine, for example. I'm your host, Emile Ennis Jr., and it's time to break down 11 celeb names you're probably pronouncing wrong right here on Listing. All right, I must admit, this hits a little too close to home. I've been called Emily, Emile, Emile, and the list goes on. So I can definitely sympathize with these celebs who just want their name pronounced correctly. Let's kick off the list with an actress who slays in TV shows, movies, and on every red carpet she steps foot on. Although her name looks simple enough, you may be surprised how many people actually say her name wrong. I'm talking about Zendaya, not Zendaya. And just in case you don't believe me, let's hear it from Zendaya's mouth herself.
And in case anyone is wondering, it is Zendaya, Z-E-N, Zen, D-A-Y, Day-A.
Next up is a woman who has oftentimes been called a wonder. Yep, I'm talking about Wonder Woman herself, Gal Gadot. So this is a harder one, but with practice, you'll get it.
A lot of the people call me Gal, like different variations, but I totally get it because it's hard to pronounce. But yeah, my name is Gal Gadot.
So 2 of the Fifth Harmony members made the list, and a former member who we will start with right now. I'm talking about the talented Havana singer, not Camila Cabello or Camila Cabello. Camila, why don't you tell the good people how to say it?
No, it's Camila.
Camila
Cabello.
Cabello.
Thanks, girl. Now on to her former bandmates. The first of 2 slayed my life recently when she fell on stage and recovered perfectly. Anyway, this may look intimidating to some, but it's really not that hard. Let's break it down. Normani Corday. See? Normani Corday. Simple as that. Lauren's is a little bit harder. Not only does she have to worry about people saying her name wrong, but most people can't even spell it. For the record, it's Lauren Jauregui.
My last name is pretty intense. Like Jauregui.
Okay.
It's Jauregui.
Right, so you're probably like
I get
Jauregui?
Jaguar, Jauregui, Jauregui. like there've been one time someone said Sergio, but I think it was just because they didn't want to take the time to pronounce it.
All right, moving on from the girls from Fifth Harmony, let's talk about some of our favorite actors whose names get butchered. This Is Us is one of the biggest shows on TV right now, and MILO Ventimiglia has a difficult last name for some to pronounce, but once you know how to say it, it's not that hard. Billy Bush says it super confidently.
MILO Ventimiglia, no stranger to popular television.
So now let's say it all together, folks. Ready? MILO Ventimiglia. You're welcome. Speaking of hit shows, you may know him as Jaime Lannister from HBO's Game of Thrones, but his real name isn't exactly the easiest to say. Coming from Sweden, Nikolaj Coster-Waldau probably has no trouble with people pronouncing his name in his home country, but here in the States, it's definitely a little more complicated to pronounce. Now you never have to worry if you're saying it right because I just told you. Also, what a cool name, Nikolaj Coster-Waldau. Waldau? I don't know if I'm saying it right, guys. I'm still practicing. This next one shocked even me because I've been pronouncing it wrong for years. This artist also comes from Sweden, and you may have been calling her Tovlo, but if you have, then you're wrong. In the music video for her song Disco, she corrects us all.
Today we got a very special guest here, Tovlo.
Tovlo.
What kind of name is that?
Swedish?
Tovlo.
Tovlo.
All right, you know his songs like Thrift Shop, Can't Hold Us, and Good Old Days, but do you know how to say his name? For the longest, there was a debate on whether it was MACKLEMORE or MACKLEMORE. Luckily, MACKLEMORE cleared the air with a simple tweet. A Twitter user at The New Confusion said, having a fan crisis, for 3 years I pronounced the name Macklemore, but is it actually MACKLEMORE? MACKLEMORE responded with a simple tweet replying, correct. Any Dancing with the Stars fans out there? If you are, and even if you aren't, you've probably heard of Maxim. Most people just call him Max for short and don't even dare try to say his last name. This one is still hard for me too. Maxim Shmerkovsky. Maxim Shmerkovsky. Actually, Max, just say it.
And I'm Maxim Shmerkovsky, and we're from...
And finally, I don't think this next name is actually that hard. It's Emily, for crying out loud. But I guess it's the last name that throws people off. Emile RATAJKOWSKI is a model and actress, and if you just realized that the J in RATAJKOWSKI is silent, it's really not that hard. Well, that wraps up our list of 11 celeb names you're probably mispronouncing. And now let's all admit that some names we may never be able to pronounce correctly. Anyways, I want to hear from you guys. Do you guys have a difficult name or someone who does? Let us know about it in the comment section below. And after you're done with that, click right over here to see more celeb names you're probably pronouncing wrong. I'm your host, Emile Ennis Jr., and I'll see you next time.